It's the 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, happy to be here with my friends, and I mean that, my buddies, my pals, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. In this game, we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder against the Los Angeles Lakers at Staples Center. And for Los Angeles, they've been an absolute juggernaut, still undefeated on the season. Truly amazing. They've played extraordinary basketball night in, night out. And guys, you'll often hear other guards around the league talk.
Is in their seats here at the Staples Center. In downtown Los Angeles, as the Los Angeles Lakers look to grab a win on the home floor. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brent Barry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. And, of course, D'Angelo Russell. See how they continue to fare without him.
And to say the deal changes the look and the feel of this franchise, quite frankly, is stating the obvious. That they are a vastly different team than they were just a few days ago. Obviously looking long-term rather than short.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So the Thunder 5 right now. Westbrook and Oladipo, the athletic backcourt duo. Anthony Morrow out there with Ilyasova. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Oladipo. He's coming off a 13-point game against Indiana.
And he is very talented offensively, but what really stood out to me was his defense, guys. He was nabbing steals left and right out there. Just did a terrific job of taking advantage of the opposition's lazy play.
Osnov with the ball.
Well, this is familiar territory for him, scoring off the second chance opportunity.
And there's a whistle. There's a foul. That's going to go on the dude. That's foul number 2 for him. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Oladipo outside. There's the pass to Westbrook. Launches a 3. And fortunes can change so much in the course of a season. A team that's hot early can go cold and vice versa.
Well, this is why 82 games are so important. We talk about the playoff time and people refer to the season being long. Well, the good teams dig out of those ruts really quickly, Kevin, and put themselves in the position to get back into the playoff picture.
You just want to be consistent. That probably is as elusive a thing as anything, right?
Consistency sometimes, Kevin, doesn't result in multiple wins in a row. It just means that your team has a level of play that the coach and the players are happy with.
Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
It's just amazing. They stopped Westbrook short of getting to the rim, which is a victory in and of itself. But then Russell knocks down the floater.
Here's Harvey. In the game against Chicago, very impressive. Westbrook with the steal, and now it's Westbrook running. He can go,
That just happened.
How's that for a quick possession?
He did not hesitate one bit. Great explosion.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam.
Well, he's a great finisher around the rim, but some stellar defense there stopped that from happening.
From deep, Morrow. Mozgov grabs the board.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
He gets that one.
Always pushing the action offensively. He puts so much pressure on the defense.
Oladipo outside. To the wing on the left. Unloads from 13. Another miss by Westbrook.
Well, the D wasn't awful, but it wasn't stifling either. He really should have made that shot.
Passes it to Barker. Here's Harvey from downtown, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Man, that guy coming out firing, who knew? Exactly what we expected.
And it's Westbrook again missing. Nance outside, pass to Mozgov. Here's the dude, Adams defending. It's stolen by Adams. Oladipo goes in.
That ability to attack off the bounce, one of the real strengths of Oladipo's game.
Fires the three. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession.
You always talk about glue guys and guys that do the little things to help their team. Steven Adams is certainly that for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Not a big presence in the box to score, but when you watch him play with his team, he's willing to sacrifice his body, set hard screens, and be a presence on the interior.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Cantor's checked in. Westbrook can't get it to go.
Fantastic team defensive effort there. They made him uncomfortable taking that inside look, and it showed in the release.
And Oladipo kicks to Westbrook. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. And thinking again on Adams, the scoring isn't what makes him valuable. Granted, it's his defense and his solid screen setting.
Well, I think it's his idea that the role that he has is something that he's very comfortable with, and he wants to be successful at doing it. He doesn't hurt the team by getting out of his comfort zone.
Here's the dude. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Chicago.
And guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one. Seriously, put on a passing clinic.
Westbrook kicks to Morrow, and the shot goes in.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And it's time. And before we get going, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who had a chance to speak with head coach Luke Walton. Dave, what do you have to say?
Well, guys, he has an admiration for what he called the intelligent.
Thank you, David. And we see two of the top teams in the NBA facing off here, Chris. It's a marquee matchup.
Oh, just two powerhouse squads. These are the games you get up for. As a player, you don't need a pep talk for this one. It's built in.
Great way to put it. Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. We've got the dude. Mozgov is out there with Nance. Then it's Williams. And it's Harvey in at the 3. And Pachulia pulls it down. And here's Livingston. Outside Durant. Tries from 10. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. Durant's got the game going here with the first basket for the Warriors. Out to the right wing. From 12 feet out. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
Has anyone read the scouting report? I mean, that's his game. He's always looking to get quality shots from that area when he can.
Sinks the triple. Durant's got 5.
Durant can't help but make threes. It's unfair for a guy his size to be able to shoot like that.
To the inside. Stolen by Durant. Here's Curry. Knocked loose. And the pass to Durant. From 13 feet, it goes down. He has 7.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
It's early, but he's off to a terrific start. It'll be interesting to see if he can keep his foot on the pedal.
Here's Parker. And Pachulia pulls it down.
Well, even though the defense made their presence felt, he needs to hit inside shots like that.
Livingston dishes to Pachulia. And he uses the glass on the layup. Pachulia's got his first 2 points.
Wow, after 5 shots, they have connected on 4 of them. Exactly the start they were looking for.
On the wing, Williams. Inside. Here's Parker. And again, no good by the Lakers.
He's really had a rough quarter on the offensive side of the floor.
A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. It's Mozgov, top of the key. Pass to Harvey. He kicks to Williams. Here's the dude. He's covered by Livingston. Just 5 on the clock. And again, the Lakers no good. Warriors leading by 7. Well, Draymond Green, Chris, has turned into a statistical monster the last couple of years.
Well, name someone as unique in the kinds of stat lines that he puts up. Sometimes he'll miss out on the triple-double due to lack of points, but still have 15 boards and 15 assists. Out of any player in the league right now, I can see him coming close to putting up a quadruple-double or something.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Good on the three-point shot. The dude's got his second bucket of the night.
Not really nice there. Poor technique on the screen, but savvy scoring move to save that trip down the floor.
Here's Curry with the 3. The shot that time, not on target. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
I mean, you can say it. The defense was awful. They took away nothing and got scored on relentless.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for the Warriors. And that one's good. Durant.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Williams up on top. Here's Parker. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And you don't have to go too deep into the box score to figure out why they lost that one. They just had an inability on that day to make shots.
And that happens. You can run the sets you normally do, but the ball just won't fall through the net. On to the next.
Again, Durant missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time. And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Dishes it to Pachulia. Green kicks to Iguodala. A 3-ball. And Green with the basket on the assist by Iguodala. Green's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now the Warriors moving it up. Green leading the charge. Here's Livingston. It's not going to go for him. Lakers trail by 10. Here's Parker. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Oh, man, his form seems rushed today, like he's trying to get rid of the ball as soon as he gets it. That's why barely anything is going in for him.
One of the most impactful free agent moves in league history, certainly Kevin Durant. Greg signing with the Golden State Warriors.
It sent shockwaves through the league. I mean, we've heard of teams with 3 All-Stars before, but, you know, the Warriors now have 4. And when you look at Curry, Thompson, Durant, and Green, you could argue that each of them are the best at their respective position in the NBA. Well, that is scary for the opposition.
Los Angeles shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And the second free throw, good. Warriors leading by 11. Livingston passes to Durant. Pachulia kicks to Livingston. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Green kicks to Durant. Offline with his 3. Lakers trail by 11. Here's Parker. Here's Mozgov. And Mozgov throws it down.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
It's really the ideal start that
And certainly one of the game's bigger personalities, Draymond Green, had this to say about his approach to leadership.
Most importantly, it's just about how the guys respond to me.
It's the 2K Sports Pregame.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. Always a pleasure, and I mean that, to be here with Kenny and Shaq. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers as they play against the Golden State Warriors.
Everyone's in their seats here at the Oracle Arena. And we've got time for a quick pregame report.
Well, guys, there.
Yeah, when it rains, it pours. GA, thank you.
when you're saying what if. And
tip-off goes to the Lakers. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The dude out there with Lou Williams. Then there's Larry Nance. Then it's Mozgov. And it's Harvey in at the 3 slot. Here's Parker. The good-looking shot from the wing.
I mean, look, he's just an instinctive. Guy helping his teammates generate some offense comes naturally to him.
Curry kicks to Livingston. Pachulia dishes to Curry. A three-pointer, no good. So it's the Lakers now. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And after that game, it was impressive to look at the box score and see the work they did at the free throw line.
Well, they dictated the pace, and the defense was a half step slow, adjusting most of the night.
Feeds it to Livingston. To the middle. Here's Green. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. Just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Curry's shot is good.
The field Curry has for scoring. It always looks like he has the situation under control.
Here's the dude, and get a load of his scoring total. Huge numbers for him. An average of just about 29 points a game. Oscar with the bucket.
Oh, man, they found their groove early on, going 3 for 4 for the field.
Warriors have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Curry can't get it to go.
They're close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage record.
Parker with a pass to Harvey. And so he draws the foul on the shot and a trip to the line to shoot 2. And one thing you can't speak enough about, Chris, with this Warriors team is they are just an offensive team. They have one of the toughest defenses in the league, too.
Just look at their roster. Defenders in every position. And it isn't just defenders that can slow down one position. They have guys like Clay and Draymond who can guard multiple positions. That means you can switch. The versatility allows you to match up with anyone while throwing out your small ball lineup.
Here's Williams. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. Williams has got his first points in the game.
Now, I'm not saying that was the best play call, but that's certainly the desire.
Outside, Green. Back to Curry. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Curry's got his second basket of the night.
Always keeping his head up. Draymond rarely misses the open man.
Inside. Here's Boston. Here's Parker. Plays again. And Petrulia pulls it down.
Seen him posterize guys with that many times. However, defense proved to be very sniper.
A putback. Hernandez comes up with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 6. Bob passes to Harvey. Allen good.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how they shot the basketball.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for the Warriors. Lakers getting their third free throw attempt of the game. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. It's the 3 outside. It's the 3-point line. Curry's got 7 points.
You know what? The area code just doesn't matter to those guys. That's just drop the ball.
They grab their own miss. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on the line.
You're the right play defensively if you can't block and force them to the line.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Warriors 3 by 7. It's 3 outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
This guy, his motor is always the same. No matter what the score of the game is, always remain aggressive.
Pass to Moscow. Down low. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's the dish to Iguodala. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Long arms and Iguodala, such an asset. Curry around anywhere.
We take for granted the magician-like moves Curry can pull off with the ball. But Chris, something that he's worked on very hard his entire career.
Curry has made leaps and bounds in his improvement with his ball handling. Arguably, with Uncle Drew, he is the best ball handler in this league at this point. He did a lot of drills dribbling tennis balls to up his feel and handle.
Nance passes to Barton. That one good for two.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
1:36 left in the first quarter. Outside Curry. Put on the bucket. 12 points for him.
And the defense is getting discouraged. Steph has been stopping.
To the right side. Here's Harvey. And he goes in for the jump.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Strong fundamentals right there. He didn't consider the height disadvantage too long. Instead, he just went right at him and something in his grill, in the face.
David Allen gets to Livingston. And there's a whistle. There's a foul. That's what he wanted to do. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Livingston. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Can't get it to go. His fifth miss and 10 shots from the floor.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Here's Mozgov. Again, the Lakers. There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Warriors trail by 6. Iguodala wide open. Offline with his three. The Lakers have got 8 or 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. And the back behind it. Lets it go from 11. A great tee that time from Green. Warriors shooting 40% of it in the early stages. And Steph Curry hits the three. Curry's got 15 points.
You know, that's the thing about Curry. He gets so much defensive attention. I mean, it doesn't even faze him anymore.
Green with the rebound.
His shot is not on target right now. He better figure this out fast.
Iguodala dishes to Curry. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Free throw good. Curry.
Two-time league MVP. Steph Curry, one of only 2 active guys to win the MVP more than once in well over a decade. Obviously one of the better free throw shooters in the league. We expect this.
And Steph Curry, a player.
We're 5'6" outside that 3-point line. I have to dribble if I catch and shoot. That was a good look. The coach allowed me to take that shot. It's tough to go.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look for Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he was just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine that there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
And off we go. A close game. Now starting the second quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here. What have they been doing or not doing?
You know what? They're dominating on the backboard. They have controlled the paint thus far.
Yeah, they came on a mission. Absolutely flying around the rim. Their relentlessness has been unmatched.
And now let's check out the lines. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Mozgov. Larry Nance out there with Harden. Then there's Lewis Williams. And it's Parker in at the 1 spot. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Guys, some might say that Draymond Green has a big mouth. Klay Thompson said he talks to us, himself, the coach, the other bench. But Andre Iguodala had the captain fellas. He said if you're having a conversation about potato chips, he's going to make sure his opinion is heard.
They love that edge he brings to the air. Absolutely. Thanks. So it's the Warriors now. Here's West. Off target at the rim.
A little overzealous there, trying to carve his way through the defense, and they were having none of it.
Hit by Mozgov. on a very tight leash. They limit their minutes and keep them on the bench. If they make a mistake, they're yanked quickly out of the game. Others give their youngsters more leeway. They work to instill confidence in their playing the floor. How do you strike that right balance?
Well, I think you strike that right balance by knowing and understanding the player. You know, guys aren't just playing the games. Most time is spent in practices, so you need to know the habits of your player, the work ethic of your player, the mental capacity of your player. So many times the coaches know before the first game how much they want to play or not play a guy. Now, it's up to you as a player to prove the coach wrong, and no matter how much trust he has in you, to continue to increase and to build on that trust that he's shown in you. But, you know, it's a fine, delicate balance. But what you want to make sure, though, is that every guy is accountable on both fields of the floor. Every guy is unselfish, and that you kind of promote leaders. You set a culture of leadership for your team. So I think a lot of it is up to the coach to set the tone, and usually great players follow.
Warriors trail by 5. The wide open look for Durant. Secret pointer. And Durant's got 5 points so far. There's so many guards that can just dazzle you with their ability to handle the ball. And just to feel right now that you've spotted the best of the best in that regard?
Oh, yeah. I mean, first of all, let's give Jamal Crawford, Chris Paul, guys like that, some credit for their ball handling ability. But in my opinion, you know, it's all about Kyrie Irving and Stephen Curry. I mean, when you look at how these guys, not only their ball handling, but how they have the ability to finish the shot after all of that work is what makes them so special. So those two guys for me are something that, man, just crazy to see.
Well, it was well said.
And Draymond Green is such a unique player in every sense of the word. He lines up as a power forward or center most of the time, but is often running the offense. He can act as a point center for this team for long stretches of time.
And is right there. And now just a 1-point Los Angeles lead.
Oh, you got to put a body on Draymond. He'll straight up eat you alive.
Hands the screen. Pass to Harvey. Durant with the steal. Down low. Here's West. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. Shoot one more at the free throw line. With Draymond and his playmaking, a lot of it isn't just his ball handling, Chris. He's one of the best decision makers as well in the NBA.
And his change assist numbers have proven that. Not just used for his position, just being in general. Draymond gained the confidence of coaches, his decision making, and they've given him more and more leeway on the court to make plays.
Back to Durant. There's the triple. Aaron Nance comes up with the rebound. Nance has got 6 rebounds now in the game. It's stolen by Livingston. Right side Curry. It's a ring on the way in, and the bucket's good. Curry's got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Parker. The putback. It's good.
Offensive glass.
Curry kicks it to West. Curry sending the pick for West. He feeds it to Livingston. Shot by Hirschau, wide open. That drops and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Livingston's got 3 assists now in this one. Guys are looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Williams. It's to Parker. They get it in. Over to the wing. Here's the 3. Warriors with the rebound. Defeated by the Pacers in the last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And I don't care how much you grind it out offensively. When you shoot it that poorly, you're going to struggle to win games.
Yeah, they could have moved the ball better as well. The shot selection, poor offensive execution.
Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 16-5 run. Mozgov with the block. Williams with a clean look. Good on the triple. Williams has got 7 points in the game.
So
26 seconds left in the first half. Here's the shot. No good. And the Lakers going the other way now. From deep three-point range. Another three for the Lakers.
How is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Back to Durant. Three-pointer. No good on that one. For Los Angeles, they've gone 7-14 in the second quarter. Shooting to the two, 50%. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Golden State's gone 2 for 5 from three-point line since the end of the first. Dishes at the very shot. There's a screen. Livingston passes to Durant. Now Livingston gets to the rim for two with the D all over him. Livingston's got his first 2 points of the night. In a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Warriors ahead, leading by just 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Draymond, a strong first half offensively for the team. What are you doing right?
I mean, we're just letting them show us what's open. You know, you got to just make sure we stay patient on the offensive end and let them tell us what play to make, what open man is. We've been doing a great job of that. We got to keep it up in the second half.
Yeah, the defense leads you to the open man. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
I would call that the first half was all about Stephen Curry. He ended up with 22 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, they made a concerted effort to get out on the foul.
And that wraps up halftime.
We welcome you back to the beautiful Bay Area with the lights of Oakland illuminating the evening. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Boy, did he put on a show from beyond in that first half. Let's see if the halftime break has any cooling effect on him.
A guy who typically struggles from distance, but the defense gave him too many open looks. Let him build up his confidence.
Durant is out there with Draymond Green, and there's Livingston, and there's Iguodala. And it's Pachulia in at the 5 down low. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Talk about fast starts to a career, Chris. Through his first 2 seasons, Steve Kerr has averaged 70 wins a season. 70 wins being accomplished twice with the team he played for, the 96 Bulls, and of course, the team he coached, the 2016 Warriors.
Because he's really coming and made everything look so easy with what he's been able to do in such a short time with his team. You got to give him credit for seeing a good situation to come into and making the most of it. Might have had the best start to a coaching career in any sport.
Keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we've seen the Warriors become a powerhouse franchise. But sometimes great teams can overlook opponents. Coach Kerr takes a cue from Greg Popovich and talks about what he calls appropriate fear. Draymond Green explained, you're not going to be scared or back down from anything. Have appropriate fear, but just means respect them. Respect can beat you.
XDA is always about focus. To the inside. There's Mozgov. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim. Mozgov's got his 3rd basket of the night. Warriors leading by 6. Iguodala outside. And the jam by Andre Iguodala.
I mean, you love the veteran footwork. I mean, in the top offense.
Here's the dude. 17 points in the game. Out to the right wing. Williams from outside. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Livingston. Durant.
Oh, man, his form seems rushed today. Like he's trying to get the ball as soon as he gets it. That's why barely anything's going in.
In the corner, Iguodala with it. Not loose. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point, 2-point shot attempt averages for the Warriors.
They really feast the company on the arc. Quantity and quality. When they build it up, and when you can punish a defense like that from long range, it can be demoralizing.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball play here in the third quarter. Now a timeout called by Golden State. More and more, the league is demanding now more players with skill at every position. Guys, Chris, who can dribble and pass and shoot. Do you think you'd have been even more value if you played in today's game?
You know what? A legend once told me not to kind of look back and compare or to wonder about what could have been. I don't know. I do like the fact that when I had that skill set, it was appreciated by my coach, teammates, and some fans. But for most people back then, they would say you're trying to do too much, or it doesn't mean anything to have 5 assists a game or to get guys involved. And, for me, I just thought that the more you can do, the better you are at all skill sets. The more you kind of make yourself valuable to the team, the more you should be on the court, and it validates that. So for me, I just took all my favorite players and I stole from them. I wanted to be like them, and I thank the generations that came before me that allowed me to see what the game should look like and add my own style and flair to it. My own thing.
Good point. And it's time for an injury report.
The guys that was able to catch up with the Warriors head athletic trainer. He said he turned his ankle, and it is definitely starting to swell up. The season is still very young, but that is bad news to get at any point in the year. We'll see how the team responds without it.
All right, David, thank you. Hopefully everything works out for him. Lakers trail by 9. Here's Clark. Same foot shot on the way. But they'll get another chance.
You can bet they weren't expecting that kind of a flashy move out of him, but that spin worked to perfection.
Passing to Harvey. And Durant comes to help. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. They get it back. And Nance kicks to Moscow. He shoot again. And he gets it to go. That's 23 points for the dude.
And he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Outside, Green. Iguodala with a screen on Nance. Here's Durant. Rebounded by the Lakers. Moscow's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Oh, he hasn't started this game on the right foot, but it hasn't slowed his team from grabbing the lead.
Here's Williams. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Williams has got 9 points.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
Awesome attack toward the basket right there. This young man stays on his grind, showing his true grit and finding a way to get that one to go.
His job coming off that screen. 10 points for him.
And even with the defense swarming him, Durant still can drop in a jump shot. That right there is what makes him one of the best in the game.
Durant with the steal. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Green kicks to Pachulia. 3-pointer. Rebounded by the Lakers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
And their last matchup was a nail-biter, but they hung on. And in part, it was because of their rebound.
Durant with the steal.
And they can guarantee this is the last possession of the quarter if they hold it.
Patience will come into play here for sure. Speed up the clock as much as possible. When you keep feeding him the ball, everything he shoots is the goal so far.
Here's the dude. Great tee that time from Green. A moment ago inside the huddle with head coach.
Right now is where we go. Good shot, Drake.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Lakers trail by 11. Time out for an injury report.
The guys that was able to catch up with the Warriors head athletic trainer. At this point, he's saying that it looks like a grade 1 sprained ankle. Season is still very young, but that is bad news to get at any point in the year. We'll see how the team responds without it, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Really appreciate you finding out how he's doing.
And I know everyone is rooting for him to make a quick and full recovery.
You're right. You know he's a baller, a competitor. He'll do everything within his power to return to the court as soon as possible.
So the Lakers 5 right now. Hands out there with Muslim. It's garbage man. Then it's Williams. And it's Parker in the corner.
How many times have we seen a possession take that from them today? Ending with a basket coming off a quick pass.
And he makes that one.
You love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim.
to shoot three. They get Stephen Curry. And the second free throw, good. And he makes all three. Warriors leading by 10. Durant kicks to Green, and Curry has it in the corner. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists tonight.
You know what? Teams are 100% focused on Steph defensively, yet he still creates space beyond the arc.
Here's Parker. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And it goes on Draymond Green, and the first one at the line is good. And so he makes both from the line.
Wow, made every free throw here in the second half.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Curry setting the pick for Green. For three, Durant. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Pachulia. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's the dude. Here's Mozgov. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Mozgov's got 4 points this quarter. From deep. And again, Stephen Curry. Curry's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Warriors.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket for Mozgov. And so here is Golden State. Livingston with him. To the paint, here's Durant. Harvey pulls it in. Harvey's got his good rebound right now in the game. And Durant comes to help. Harvey, that's good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Curry. Mozgov with the block. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Down low. Here's Durant. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
That's the type of play that gets a player and his teammates fired up. Durant gets the contact and still finds a way to hit the shot.
Lakers trail by 11. Mozgov a screen on Curry. Parker. Chris, when you think about what you've been able to accomplish throughout your life to this point, aside from your NBA career, what have been some of your most fulfilling experiences?
You know what I think are my charities? I think working with people in the cities that I've played with and in my home of Detroit and trying to help and give back in some of those ways. I think sports-wise, of course, it's high school titles, playing college with my boys. And personally, and art-wise, I would have to say being a producer and producing 2 songs for Nas, one of the greatest rappers that ever, walked the face of this earth. And so being able to produce 2 songs on an album like that, just a great feel. So for me, I've never been one to really share those passions and talk about them. But, I definitely would say charity and art to me is a passion.
Well said. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Warriors leading by 14. For 3, Durant. Durant with another miss. Nance outside. Fades. That one goes in.
Man, that's just tremendous court vision and timing. That assist was right on the money.
And there's a whistle. There's a foul. That's going to go on the dude. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Golden State's gotten 3 of their 6 points to fall here in the fourth. Now here's Curry. He's guarded closely. And with Steph winning another MVP award, the talk is now shifted from where he is as the best shooter of all time to where he ranks among NBA greats.
Ray Allen put it best when he spoke about Curry compared to guys like Allen and even Clay. Curry, by far, in my opinion, is a combination of the best shooter with the best handler that we've seen in this league. Most shooters just stand still, catch and shoot guys, drive them off the 3-point line, force them to drive. Curry, you got to pick your poison.
goes, going from the offensive to the defensive end in a blink.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia slam hammer block.
Green with the block. Good anticipation by Draymond. He always gets in position for these clean spots like this.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Warriors.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game of peace still. 2 more to go in the season series. And beyond the actual result of this game, then they're going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Stephen Curry. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot shot.
Durant dishes to Livingston. So we see the Warriors get the win.
Thanks very much. Bigger win.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, that's going to do it for
Andre Iguodala. What I like especially about
It's Western Conference time for the traveling Golden State Warriors today. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. With that road trip behind them, the Lakers ready to perform in front of their Los Angeles fans. And, of course, D'Angelo Russell. They really haven't filled the void yet in the wake of his absence.
To say the deal changes the look and the feel of this franchise, quite frankly, is stating the obvious. They are a vastly different team than they were just a few days ago. Obviously looking long-term rather than short.
Now Golden State's starting 5. Durant is out there with Draymond Green. Then there's Anderson Varejao. Then there's Ian Clark. And it's McCaw in at the 2. And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. Kicks to Clark. Launches a 3. A rebound by the Lakers. And moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, I had the chills watching that. It really was a nightmare defensively for them when you go into that building and get punished by some very hot shooting.
They didn't seem prepared at all. For that offensive explosion and didn't really make any adjustments to counter that.
Steve Kerr, Coach of the Year. Not a bad way to start off your coaching career. Averaged 70 wins through his first 2 years. That is unreal.
So it's the Warriors now, following the bucket by the Lakers. And whistle, there's a foul. That's going to go on the Duke. That's his first foul. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Pass to Varejao. Back to Durant. Cuts off the pass.
Good eyes by the defense. Clearly, that's not where he wanted the pass to go, and he's frustrated.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
That's 3 out of 4 now, and you can see his confidence already building.
Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Outside, Green. They set the pick. Will it go? Durant, no good.
Feels scoreless after 4 attempts, struggling to find any daylight.
There's the dish to Randall. Picked by Williams. Pass to Barker. Shot on the wing. Draymond Green pulls it in. Warriors have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Here's Hart. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
It took them a while, but finally they take the lid off.
Now they can breathe a little easier and maybe settle down into a little rhythm of this game.
Here's Harvey. His last outing, 16 points for him.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I did get a chance to speak with Steve Kerr a little bit, looking to break the tie in this season's series, and I asked him what he thought the biggest factor would be tonight. He said it always seems to come down to getting a stop. We have to get our hands up and contest shots. And if that doesn't work, our guys in the back have to block those shots. That's one of the ways they win games, Kevin. Back to you.
Okay, Dave, thanks. And the defensive approach, guys, how do you think that'll play out here?
You know, sounds like they'd like to keep this a low-scoring affair. This could be one of those grind-it-out kind of games.
They like to control the pace, and defensively they can do that. They take away a lot of options. They just muck it up. And this team is here largely because of his accuracy from the floor tonight.
Warriors trailed by 9. Durant kicks to Green. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. There's the pick. Back to Durant. Inside. Layup off the pick. Second chance shot. And he lays it up and in.
I just love the determination on that backboard. Coming out of the gates really, really strong.
He's playing with that one extra gear so far that none of the other guys have found yet.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
Outside Williams. The pass to Barker. Williams dishes to Randall. Passes it to Barker. Good on the three-point shot. The dude's got a couple of threes now in the first for Los Angeles. A lot of great shooters in the league with that high rainbow arc. The studies show it helps. You get more of the rim to shoot at than coming in from an angle. Steve, you were learning to shoot, of course, at one time in your career. Was getting a high arc on your shot something you were taught?
Yeah, it is. And sometimes, though, Kevin, some guys have too much of a high arc, and I think it hurts them. I think you got to get the right balance. You got to stay in the gym, watch video, and get a chance to just get a good rhythm. Because on some shots closer in, you don't want to shoot it that high. You just got to get a measurement on where you're at on the floor at all times.
Interesting, too. There are very few guys whose jump shot all look alike. They're all different in some ways. You think?
It is. I think guys do get in trouble if you don't have enough arc. But I think some guys have higher, some guys have it right in the middle. It depends on the shot and where you're taking it from.
And the quickness of the release.
Yes.
I mean, there's so much built into this. It's good from long range.
So smooth from long range. We just haven't seen another player with KD's combination of size and guard skills.
Picked by Moskov. Fires for 3. Doesn't go for him. And Golden State will go the other way with it. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry into this one.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
They're off offense came fairly easy to them out there. The D wasn't rushing them to do anything, and because of that, they made a lot of smart, calculated decisions that turned into easy points.
Takes the three. Here's Randall, and it goes as the official called the foul. Count it. Shoot one more at the free throw line.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And his first chance at the line here. 24 seconds left in the first quarter.
This is my hour.
Golden State moving
this is
it
my
around.
pain. This is my name. This is my power.
And Pachulia now.
If it's my reign,
launches a
then
three.
it's my show.
And it's Kevin Durant
this
with the
pole
three.
Position I made a lane. They blocked ours. Those boys, block leaders, gold diggers don't stop either. Motivation is misguided. If we hit the mark, then it's not needed. Carry on like a carry-on. On my side, bitch, I let tag along. Call me daddy from a complex. Her mother's fucker wouldn't marry mom. No excuses, no regard. Step on a brick like a promenade. 20,000 on calling cards, and I'm speaking Spanish like Donald Mar.
And certainly one
but
of the
I'm
game's
King
big
Push. This King Push. I rap nigga about trap niggas. I'm sing hooks. Fuck nigga with the slot talk. Miss me with all the hot talk. When them lights on you and them letters there, you point us out just like a hot shot. But that's my fault. My details of the sidewalk for 11 years. We seen better years. We was selling birds over the time port. My first Grammy was my first brick. Red carpet, every bad bitch. More BMF than Billboard. I got a label deal under my mattress. Cause I'm King Push. Still King Push. I rap nigga about trap niggas. I don't sing hooks.
A better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Yeah, they were in total lockdown mode there. Can they keep it up for their entire game? It remains to be seen.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go.
Vultures to my culture, exploit the struggle and soldier. They name dropping about King Copper, but never been a foot soldier. Let's have another look. Just get a little closer. Rage against the machine. Black Zach de la Rocha. In a cranberry roaster. Inside track on a G-Rap poster. Best D-boy, all I'm missing is a dash. Difference between me and Hova. But I'm King Push. Still King Push. I rap nigga about trap niggas. I don't sing hooks.
On the break. There's McCall. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul called on the Los Angeles Lakers. The Warriors shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And a season full of records for the Golden State Warriors. 73 wins, a 24-0 start, 34 road wins, Steve, 54 consecutive wins at home. Of all those, which record impresses you the most?
Well, I think 73 wins because you have to be able to do all that to get to 73. People were calling them lucky. I don't think so. It takes a lot to be able to win 73 wins in this league.
And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession.
I'm so bossy, bitch, get off me. It's a different jingle when you hear these car keys.
Well, he was in rhythm, hitting 2 threes in the opening quarter and hasn't made one
Your
since.
plane's missing a
Something
shift.
seems off
The
with him
common
tonight.
things,
Maybe
they
it's his
both got
rhythm or his timing.
wings.
Fortunately, his teammates are playing well
There's
enough
only one
to keep them
God and
ahead.
it's only one crown, so it's only one king that can stand on this mound. King Push, Kingpin, Overlord, Coast Guard, come 100 going overboard.
When you talk about ball movement, player movement offensively without moving the ball, one of those underrated qualities, Smitty, which players do you think are the best in the league at
ballers? I put numbers on the
ball
boards.
and
Hard to
moving
get
that
a
way?
handle on this double-edged sword.
Very good.
Whether rapping or I'm rapping to a whore, might reach back and relapse to wrapping up his draw.
Gary Harris from Michigan State.
Javonte fitting like his gym clothes. We really gym stars. I'm like D-Rose, no DD. I'm like these clothes. 88 Jordan leaping from the free throw.
I always think of Jordan when you played against Michael, of course. I always saw him as a guy that would pass.
Ballers, I put numbers on the boards.